What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of NAYNAY. So, moving on into the 8th lesson in my 10th year anniversary in MMA is based on intimidation. And this is inspired by the conversations that I've had with my peers, the students, and things that I've experienced over the past 10 years when it comes to MMA. The lesson here is to not allow ourselves to be intimidated just based on how someone looks or who they are or their title. And I remember the first time when I went into those mats. When I went into that gym, I'm thinking like, oh shit, like what am I going to get myself into, right? So I go in there and all I see is a bunch of guys, like a bunch of guys that look like they can whoop my ass, big and intimidating as hell, like scary. And me coming in, I'm 5'2", little. I'm little. I'm a girl. I don't see a lot of women. And whatever, right? I go in there. Of course, I talk to Tazz. And I'm just like trembling because of the nervousness and just the environment. It's new to me. The environment's new. The people that are new. And just the overall experience is new to me. So yes, I'm freaking out. But whatever, I still managed to come to train, right? And over the years, I had to learn how to be okay with that discomfort and not allow myself to quit just because I'm at a gym full of guys. And obviously, at the time, my sister was training as well, but she was also coaching. So the girls that were potentially going to fight, and when I decided to do that, is just about 2 girls. So yes, you don't see a bunch of women in the sport. Now you do, but back then, 10 years ago, you don't see a lot of women in an MMA gym because shit, it's scary as hell and tough as hell, right? And one of the things that I've been asked in the past by people, random people, and then when I tell them that I do MMA, they're like, okay, well, do you spar? Like, yeah. And then like, do you spar guys? And then I say yes. And so like, there's like a feeling like, oh shit. And yeah, like it's tough, but even though, yes, men and women, there's toughness in both sides. But the whole point of this is that it really is not about how a person looks, because as you may know, no matter how small a person looks in the sport, they can still whoop your ass. And that's all based on technique. And so over the years, I've learned that as long as I train my body for the right skill set. And I'm consistent, of course, but I have the right mindset on things to go in there to learn to be a better person, a better martial artist. Then yes, I can be better in the sport. But just simply looking at someone just because they're big and be like, oh shit, they're going to whoop my ass. Like, that's a big lie, because there's a lot of tough people that have a lot of muscle and they're very dumb in the head or they don't know how to fight. And that is a fact. People that look intimidating may not necessarily know how to fight, and that's okay. But what I'm trying to say is that I look at people just based on who they are. Doesn't matter the title. The people that I have been training for many, many years are typically very humble, right? People that understand that the sport is a humbling sport. You get your ass beat all the time and you become better. And you shouldn't be involving your egos, because egos kill your growth. I've learned this based on my coaches. Tazz is, of course, the person that I think about that has been training MMA for over 14 years now. And his coaches, like Coach Kress, has been training for 40 plus years. And of course, you have UFC Hall of Famer Dan Severn that has been training for decades as well. But they're all humble people. They know that they have the skill set to fight in the cage, defend somebody, defend themselves. And all I'm talking about is based on the concept of intimidation. I'm talking about like the first contact and intimidation of it. Like, we shouldn't be allowing ourselves to get intimidated just based on looking at the stats or looking at just of how they look. All I'm saying is that we have to treat each other with respect. You have to treat yourself with respect and not belittle yourself. If I did that to myself, I would have not started the sport in the first place or kept going. But even over the years, I still train with the guys, with the women, anybody. I still train with them because they're making me better. And that's the whole concept of this. I understand that I train with some of the guys and they're huge, right? They feel like trunks, like bro, like they can carry me and freaking just throw me. but it's fine. Like, it's okay, because then I learn how to use my technique. And I'm not trying to go in there to show, okay, who's stronger than who, like who's stronger than whatever, but I don't allow myself to be intimidated. Just allow myself to learn. Be okay with the uncomfortable and grow from it. But we don't allow ourselves to just cave in and shy away from the challenge, because then are you really a warrior, or you're a coward? And no, people don't respect cowards. People respect warriors, and that's how you gain your respect, by being a warrior, by being humble, and allowing yourself to grow with the right people. I know I got a little inspired, but I'm really blessed that I have great coaches that have been respectful to me, humble, and that they show me who they are. And that's how I can see, like, it's okay to be that way. It's okay to have the experience, have the knowledge, the wisdom, but you still have to stay humble. So thank you, my coaches, as always. I appreciate you, and I'm learning as I go.